Hi, I'm Sandy Hounsell from Soulful Love Relationship, empowering women to have healthy love relationships that last. I just want to share with you today a short video on feelings and the importance of following our feelings, listening to them, and allowing our feelings to guide us. So, how safe do you feel with your feelings? Do you listen to what they're telling you? And I've been talking to a lovely woman, Amy, who's very successful in her chosen career, but really struggles with her feelings. She told me that she had and was still experiencing a really deep sense of sadness, abandonment, loneliness, and a real unworthiness. And she didn't really understand where these feelings came from or why they would suddenly erupt when she felt she had a life under control. Her work was good. She was really doing really well in her career and, completely moving in the direction that she had planned. But she also acknowledged when she came to see me that her childhood was very painful. And she is aware that the influences of her childhood are playing out in the choice of her partners and the patterns that she repeats when she's in relationships, especially when she's making choices who to be with and how she shows up in her relationships. She has sought help in the past with counselling and some healing, and she's also very much into self-development, but she's still having no luck with love. She described herself as confident, decisive, ambitious and trustworthy, reliable, approachable. She was well-liked and open-minded, and overall easygoing, and people really warmed to her and enjoyed her company. But, and it was a big but, love just evaded her. She just couldn't get it together in the way that she wanted. She kept meeting the wrong guy. She felt let down all the time. And when she did warm to someone, she always found fault in them and consequently dropped them and did what she always did. She retreated back into her comfort zone. This was her sanctuary where she felt most safe and most worthy. Work. It had become a substitute for love. Avoidance of all that pain that she had felt had turned Amy into a workaholic. Recognize any of that? However, even though she was deeply involved in work, after a while that need for love would surface again and the same thing would happen. She'd go on dates, hopeful each time with the possibility of finding real, lasting, healthy love, but only to end up feeling disappointed, hurt and despairing when she realised it just wasn't happening again. Every time Amy went on a date to meet someone, she was unconsciously expecting it to fail because it always had failed, and so it did. But now she's at a phase in her life where she feels stuck in the why does this keep happening to me? And she really wants to make some changes. But she's also wondering if she's actually meant to be alone. But at the moment, she has strategies to cope. She buries herself in her work, or she buys expensive clothes or binge eats, which really does, she feels, satisfy her needs. But she's scared of completely losing faith that she will ever find the right one for her now. So can you relate to Amy's unhappiness? Does work become or has become your substitute where you deny, like Amy, that what your heart is really wanting for you? Because without true enrichment that feeds your heart and soul, over time substitutes will feel more like a punishment. Work too at some point, if that's you, will become less attractive, in which you can bury yourself and telling yourself this is a really good life. Instead, it's likely you're going to resent your success and your business. You'll have retreated to it so many times to fill up your emptiness, it will seem like a prison from which you can't escape. It will become a very unhelpful or unhealthy need that will drive you into yourself even more. But if you want it all, a meaningful life and a fulfilling love relationship, which we can have all that success and a loving relationship, where you love from your heart and soul and you are completely loved in the same way right back, then that's what Soulful Love Relationship will help you achieve. PM me on Facebook, Instagram or LinkedIn, or email me at sandy@sandyhounsell.com. And let's get your head out of your work and your heart open to love. I hope to speak to you soon.